Okay, let's start. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Welcome, everyone. I have to say that I have a mixed feeling because I am very nervous right now, and I am very excited at the same moment. Let me briefly introduce myself, and let's discuss why I'm talking about juniors. So I am a iOS engineer with Dr. Lip right now, and before this March, I used to work as a junior iOS developer with 9292. I have over 10 years of experience in non-tech roles before switching my career when I was 29 years old. I started a new career journey in the different country twice. Here is my journey in timeline. Just 4 years ago, I was working as pastry cook. However, during COVID pandemic, I found myself jobless, and while a lot of my friends continued to work remotely and technology was rapidly advanced, I decided to learn programming. I started with a short course, with short-term courses with Dart programming language and Flutter. And after that, I participated in a retraining program in the software development. As you see, I moved to Netherlands in July in 2029, and I was still studying. And in August, I finished with my education, started for a job search. And in December, I landed as a junior iOS developer with 9292. So this is in general why I'm talking about juniors, because I know what you feel. And this is what we are talking about today. This is today's agenda. I am gonna tell about roadmaps, about productivity tools, about CV and cover letter, preparing for interview, a little bit about useful habits and pitfalls. Yeah, that's it. So I created a guidebook for you in which I compiled the most useful tips that I believe helped me in the very beginning of my career. Yeah, first of all, the thing I want to share with you, it's roadmaps. Like in any adventure, it's great to have a map. So in education and in career, it's much easier to navigate when you have a guide. This roadmaps make it very convenient to track your progress. Time to time, you can return to it and compare your current position with your previous one and enjoy your progress. You can find a lot of similar roadmaps for your stack in Google, or you can create a custom one with this website, roadmap.ch, with AI. A few more productivity tools that I use, it's Trello or any Kanban you prefer. Next one is, of course, ChatGPT. It's an excellent tool for drafting cover letters and resumes. For instance, you can insert company values, mission, and team and position description with your resume, and then ask ChatGPT for a resume adjustment based on your job description. Canva is useful for creating any visual content like resumes and presentation and so on. Notion is a service for convenient notes instead of Microsoft Word. And it helps to structure information efficiently. And if you are not a fan of digital tools, you, of course, you can use a notebook or a piece of paper or whatever you prefer, that works for you, just to track progress in some way. Here I put example of my own Kanban. I initially created it when I study, and then I use it for job search. As you can see, I created columns to do, doing, in progress, done, and tips. In to do, I put everything that I would love to do, like update my resume, or complete some courses, or lectures, and like compose some README for project repositories. For job search, I put columns with applications and rejections, and later I add columns with offers. So this helped me to track like my own statistics for this. So my statistics, with my statistics, I concluded that having a cover letter increases the chances to getting some sort of response, even if it's a rejection. And a little bit more about my own statistics. Out of approximately 100 applications, I had 11 some kind of interaction, like assessments or initial interview with HR, and out of this, 4 were first round interview, and 3 of them were second round interview, and 1 job offer. So yeah. Let's talk about CV and cover letter. So I believe steps to create a perfect CV and cover letter are follows. Prepare my information about yourself, like your education, your experience, soft and hard skills, projects and achievements, and so on. Next, collect key points about company and desired position, like tech stack, scope of responsibilities. Next, combine them and repeat it. As I said, I found my job after applying 100 times, and during this time, I revise and update my resume 4 times. I edit and remove section, I rearrange them, I included and excluded some kind of personal information like hobbies. And if you keep applying and getting called for interviews, it might be a sign that it's time to overbuild your resume. So change it up and see the results. Eventually, you will find a perfect format. Here I collect tips for preparing for the interview. I believe that no one can come to the interview unprepared and do their best. So the first thing to accept is that interview required preparation, even if you have a lot of years of experience, of course. So make notes and write down the most important things about the company, about team, about position, whatever you find about it. Research resources like Glassdoor to learn about interview process in this company and what questions they ask. Prepare and practice a brief, clear, and memorizable introduction about yourself. Prepare a list of questions. This is very important. It will help you better understand what and with whom you will be working. And also show your motivation. Questions can be about further process, about onboarding, about team, about who will be mentoring you, about workflow, about home office rules, travel costs, and so on. If you tend to get nervous like me, like I do, schedule the interview in the morning. In this case, you won't have enough time to get too much nervous. Next, if interview is technical, of course, review the theory and have that you prepared in advance. I hope you did it. Make sure you get enough sleep and rest. Just before interview, it would be good to do some exercises to warm up your voice and mouth. Yeah, I did it. Take a glass of water to the table and don't forget to change your pajamas if you are doing a video call. And try to write down the questions you are asking during interview or do it right after you finished it. So you can work on them later and next time you will be better prepared. So let's talk about pitfalls. I have identified several key pitfalls that can hold us back. First, it's our self-limiting beliefs. Sometimes we become hostage of our own stereotypes. In different cultures, they can vary in how strongly they influence us. If among us, if among us there are migrants, especially from Eastern Europe, you probably understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes we think about ourselves like I'm too old, I am not able to learn as when I was young anymore, and I am or different. I am too young and unexperienced, and something like I am a woman. It will be very difficult for a woman to find a tech job, and so on. These are a heavy stones that drag us down. Of course, the world is not ideal, and we are only in the process of fighting with ageism, nationalism, and so on. But it's better to start with yourself and not attach those labels to yourself. Next, when study continue for a long time, at some point motivation may decline. So this is especially common for people transition from one profession to another one. Sometimes it seems easier to come back to your previous job, but a critical key is to maintain motivation. Critical key to maintain motivation is to understand and to repeat yourself what is the main reason why you're doing this. So it could be your future salary, it could be opportunity for relocation. Sorry? So there could be opportunities for relocation. It could be your own dream to be part of a tech company or tech world in general, and so on. So just keeping in mind these main reasons why you're doing this. Yeah, so we sometimes we think that we have to learn everything, but as you know, technology are developing so fast, and at the same moment, the requirements for professionals is also developed and it changes. So the learning, it's the thing that you will keep for the all time your profession in your profession. So just keep learning. This is the main rule for our profession. Um, Many of you have probably heard about burnout at work. However, burnout can also occur during the studies and job search. At some points, you may feel like give up, and your passion may fade away. Signs of burnout can include low motivation, lack of energy to do anything, and low productivity. To avoid falling into this trap, it's better to take care of yourself in advance. The main thing that I wanted to say that these pitfalls can make us cut our wins, and is better way to maintain our mentality health in advance. And how we can do this at time management can help us, and productivity tools that I shared before help us to maintain a balance between work or study and your own time. Make sure to pay attention not only the failures but also on your success. You should rest, of course, and reward your work, and of course you should have fun. Here I want to share some useful habits. During my studies and job search, I developed habits that I considered to have been useful and helpful. So first, it's a continue practice. I continued with coding. Attend some lectures is not enough. You need to practice, try new approaches. Hackathons provide an excellent opportunity for it. You will learn to write code quickly, and then you can focus on quality of your code, and who knows, the pet projects might grow into startups. Second one is if you're job searching, you use useful habits is to check the career section on the website you use. Like when you ordering from Bolcom, you can check job listing. If you rent bike from Swapfits, you also can check their careers page, and so on. Sometimes companies don't post the job description on LinkedIn, and first look like between the subscribers. So early you apply, the better your chances. So just check every time you do something like web browsing and so on. Next one, make sure everyone know you're looking for a job. It's not something shameful. Of course, the more people know about your job search, more likely someone might help you with it. Next one is keep learning. So I said about it a little bit before. It's most important habit, I think. You have to keep learning new things through all your career. It doesn't matter what is it. Sometimes it's very new technologies. Sometimes it's something old, but every time it will be helpful for you. My experience that I had a course with Swift UI, and when I joined 9292, one of my serious colleague asked me to help him with Swift UI. So I was like a little bit more experienced than him, and it was good for both of us. And next one is support. When I moved to Amsterdam, I looked for a community of mobile developers, and I found Amsterdam on meetup.com and went to their meeting. It was almost 3 years ago. I was still finishing my education, and in that moment, I feel imposter syndrome coming there because I was just person who is looking for a first job. Yeah, but those guys were so nice and so supportive that I feel with them like I am one of them. Yeah, I met Jackie, who is organized this festival there. Yeah, and they helped me. They were trying to help me find a job. Yeah, I think this was great. It's really nice when you have people around you who can support you. So after that, I organized a community of junior specialists, which are now almost contain almost 400 people. So support is crucial. I believe it's one of the main component of success. Here I put some resources for job search, and the second column is about the Dutch platforms. If you need some links, you can just send me a message and I will share you links for all of these platforms. Also, I recommend browsing through Amsterdam Job Fair website. They have a list of Dutch companies that attend job fair, so you can easily find their website there. And of course, don't forget about big tech companies, which sometimes hire juniors and interns. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for your time. And if you have any question, you can easily reach me out. Do you have any question?
Yeah, actually, I have one. Thank you. Firstly, thank you very much for presentation. I think it was quite useful for all juniors developers who is looking for the first position in Europe. And my question is, what was the most difficult part for you in your journey to the first position, junior position as a mobile developer? And how did you handle it?
Thank you for your question. Yeah, what was the most difficult part? I think the most difficult, oh, we have only 10 minutes. Okay. So I think the most difficult part was not to give up, because when you have some struggles, when you feel like you don't have any progress, it can be very disappointed. So yeah, it's how I handled it. I just I just was crying sometimes. Yeah, and my partner was very supportive, and he just didn't let me to give up. So yeah, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, having support is always one of the best way to handle such difficulties. Yeah, thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I have small question. It's such a nice design. It's pretty far from Canva, or it's your own design of presentation?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I have found a design for this presentation on Canva. Yeah.
And another question, as I understand right, you passed something like 100 application on your first job search. And
Yeah.
after that, when you change your job right now, how many applications how many positions you apply?
3 or maybe 4. Yeah.
It's good progress and hope for all of us.
Yeah, yeah. The second time was much more easier, I have to say.
Yes, I have one more question. Thank you for your presentation. It was really nice to hear about your journey. And could you please show the page with your Trello board? I've noticed that there were some color tags on your cards. So what does that color tags mean for you?
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, I put some labels for my application and rejections. Yeah, I can share about it. So this labels means steps which I made with this company. Like and the orange one, it means that I didn't have a cover letter. So it was easier to see how many companies answer me if I don't have a cover letter or I have, and other labels means like if I had initial interview or if I had assessment or if I had another kind of interaction with this position.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because the question was mostly about Dr. Lip, because there are 5 color labels, and I thought that you had 5 rounds of job interviews there.
Yeah, they had a lot of rounds interview.
Wow. Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome. So if nobody else have question, we can finish. And thank you once again for being here, for all your support. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, and see you soon. Bye. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye. Have a nice
Bye.
day.